Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week we've got yet another imported MRE for you guys. If you saw the video last week where I featured the Latvian combat ration, that was a big hit. You guys seemed to love it. You gave some great comments, and I'm hoping that you have given some support and some business to the folks at MRE House where I got these from. They've been great to work with, and as I explained in the last video, they know about the channel and they offered you guys a discount. So just like last week, if you see something in this video you like and you want to go check it out, go to their website. There'll be a link down below, and there'll be a discount code for my audience so that you guys can get a break on the cost. But without further ado, let's dive into this week's ration. For this one, I have the Polish Combat Ration, menu W1. I'm super excited about this one. Last week's was pretty good, but I have a feeling this one's gonna top it. In fact, I actually had a viewer recommend a Polish MRE before y'all even knew that I had ordered this one. Here's the front of the package. Here's the back of the package that I showed you earlier with the label. And unlike the Latvian version, there's no English on this. And I don't speak Polish, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to have to figure this out together. So let's tear into this bag and see what is in the Polish Combat Ration menu W1. It's not easy to open. Let's get out a little combat kitchen utensil to open this up with. There is so much stuff in this bag. Look at all of that. All right, let's go through this and see what's in the bag. So we're just pulling these out at random. First up, we've got a pack of raisins. I had to look very close on the back to find anything in English, but I did find the word raisins on there. So this is packaged by a company called Food Force. Next up, we have what appears to be an isotonic drink. Can't really find anything to help me, but just from the directions on there, that's what it seems to be. No idea what flavor it is. Next up, we've got a treat. We've got a giant chocolate bar. I don't need any translation to tell me what that is. This is from a company called Choco-Yoko, whatever it is. But it's a dark chocolate bar, so always good to find chocolate in these packs. Next up appears to be a little packet of jelly. Not sure what kind it is, but we'll find out together. Then we have 2 packs of crackers. These are special crackers. Not sure what makes them special, but it should be fun to find out. And I always find that the crackers that come in MREs tend to be something that's really a standout. I don't know what it is about the crackers they choose to go in these. They tend to be a little more robust and generally just a better quality product than the stuff you get at your store. Next up is our main. And for the main in this particular MRE, this is chicken goulash. I'm really curious about this because one thing that I've learned is that the goulash that we eat in America is not goulash. That's just a name that it was given. Goulash overseas tends to be a very different product, so I'm really curious to see what we've got here. And it is in a tin can with a plastic lid and a pop top. Next up, we have our instant tea beverage. And the interesting thing about this is it's pre-sweetened, so we don't have to worry about adding anything else into it. So that should be interesting to try. And it's a fruit tea. And I saw on the back that orange is the primary flavor. That's going to be yummy. Then we have this little accessory pack with various things in it. We have Beef Fresh. I guess these are hand wipes. We get 3 of those. We have a water purification tablet, of course, our napkin / toilet paper. We have 2 pieces of vitamin C candy. We have a coffee candy. We have a chicle of xylitol gum. We have a pack of instant coffee, salt and pepper, and 2 packs of sugar. But wait, there's more. We have a toothbrush. We have a spoon and napkin. We have a water purification bag. We have this thing. If you know what this is, drop a comment down below real quick and tell me what it is. I want to see if anybody can guess before I show you what's next in here, because what's next is kind of a giveaway for what that is. I'll wait. All right, what's next is our heating pack. And different from a lot of MREs, especially American MREs, this kit comes with a stove and fuel. We're not doing an FRH here. There's a little fold-up stove, 3 packs of SBIT fuel, and a pack of matches. That to me is kind of awesome because as fun as the flameless ration heaters are, getting an actual stove to cook on is pretty cool. All right, let's take one look at everything that's in this kit and then let's get to mixing some stuff up and trying this food. All right, let's mix up these drinks real quick. By the way, if you didn't figure out what this is a tool to use to pick up our main once it's cooked, because that can is going to get hot, but that's also what we got to eat out of, ideally. Kudos if you figured that out. By the way, look at the way this thing works. It's got loops on the ends so it can lock into itself, and you don't have to sit there and hold it under pressure the whole time. Very well thought out. Before I start handling the food, I'm going to clean my hands real quick with one of these wet wipes. Not the strongest in the world, kind of odd smelling, but should get the job done. It smells very much like chlorine. First up, let's get this tea mixed up. It's very citrusy smelling. Pour that in here. Get my spoon out. This is a very strong, durable spoon. That's thick plastic. That's very well made. Stir up our fruit tea. It's a little clumpy. It's a little kind of resistant to easy mixing, but we're getting there. It has a very grapefruity smell that's coming through. Wow, that smells really good. It's making my mouth water. All right, let's set that aside. Let that continue to dissolve a little bit. We've got our little isotonic drink pouch. Forgot about that. You gotta be careful opening these things because a lot of times that zipper seal isn't locked and that powder will just come flying out of there. That smells pretty good. It's kind of a lemon limey scent. Let's get a little water in there. It's not a very big envelope, so apparently it's meant to be a little bit concentrated. Ooh, I think I put too much in there. Yeah, it's amateur hour here. I put just a little too much in there so I can't zip it up and shake it. So I'm just going to pour it back into the glass. And we'll mix it up that way. Let's give that a little bit of a stir, see if we can break it up a little bit. That is a weird texture, people. That is crazy. This is almost like a syrup. It's very thick. It reminds me a little bit of those thick water drinks that you give to people that have problems with their swallowing. Doesn't look pleasant. It's got an odd smell to it too. Not in love with that smell, and I have a feeling drinking this is gonna be a chore. Let's set it aside, let that rest a bit. Feel like it might change form again on me. Wipe off our spoon. Let's make up this coffee. I'm glad this one came with an actual Ration coffee. The last one came with Nescafe, and I was really hoping to try some regional coffee, so I'm kind of hoping that's what I got here. That's a really different smell for coffee. It's more nutty than I'm used to. That should be interesting. Pour that into our cup. Let's get this pack of sugar. Let's get just a little bit of boiling water in there. Stir that up in the official Dad Budget Adventures Bling mug. Smells like instant coffee. All right, our drinks are done. Let's cook dinner. Let's open up our cooking kit here. Get out our stove. These are generally pretty easy to work with. Fold down the stands on the side, then fold up the pot rack. Just like that. Look at all this fuel. I'll definitely be hanging on to that. Gotta love the smell of Esprit fuel. Whew. See if these matches are any good. Lit right up. All right, while that's firing up, let's open this up. Let's see what's for dinner. That doesn't look too bad. Look at that. Big chunks of chicken. There's a lot of meat in this. My goodness, look at this. Look at this chunk. Let's get to cooking. I have a feeling that's going to cook really fast. I can hear it cooking already. I see nothing in this that compares to what we call Hungarian goulash in America. This looks just like stewed chicken. It smells really good. I can imagine what it's going to smell like when it heats up. I like that little stove setup. That's really cool. Yeah, this form of cooking is very messy. It's very hard to do this and not spill it everywhere. All right, I think that's sufficiently heated up. Let's put out the fire. Let's get all this stuff laid out so you can see what I've got. All right, let's get a close-up look. Our raisins. Our special crackers. Very weedy smelling crackers. Go ahead and we're going to open up both packs. see what kind of jelly we've got here. I have no idea. It's got seeds in it, but it's not a very strong smell. I'm not picking up on anything. That is wild. It looks like raspberry because of the seeds, but it is definitely not smelling of raspberries. Get our chocolate bar opened up. Look at that. Look how pretty. Not bloomed at all. That's a gorgeous chocolate bar. Got our xylitol gum. Vitamin C candy. Ooh, look at that. It's the right color for vitamin C. And our coffee candy. Since I don't plan on eating this out of the can, let's pour it onto our tray. I mean, it's just like a big can of chicken. That's crazy. That is a lot of protein right there. I guess the best place to start is right here. Let's try this fruit tea, see if it's any good. I'm really surprised because the powder was not yellow. In fact, it was almost just pale. So I'm not sure where that color's coming from. Very strong aroma to it. Very citrusy. I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's give it a try. That has a very subtle flavor to it, and it almost tastes like the airborne powder, the vitamin C powder. Not a really strong flavor, not overly sweet. Could be that I added more liquid than it needs, but that is a very subtle citrus flavor. Let's try some raisins. The raisins that were in the Latvian ration were really good. I'm hoping these will be up there with those. These are a little more tart, not as sweet as the Latvian raisins were, but just as good. Not a bad flavor at all for raisins. Let's try one of these special crackers by itself. See what we've got here. It's just a very weedy smelling cracker. Nothing really jumps out at me. Let's give it a taste. Didn't expect that. That's got rye in it. It's a very hard cracker. That's a tooth breaker if you're not careful. I didn't smell it, so I definitely didn't expect there to be rye in this. But I am curious because rye crackers with jelly was not really something I was expecting. But let's give the jelly a try. See if we can figure out what flavor that is. That is an odd combination. I'm still not sure. I think this might be strawberry, but I can't tell for sure. Or it could be some regional berry that I'm not familiar with. I'm just glad it's not raspberry. All right, let's chase that with some coffee. Give this a try. It really does just smell like any other instant coffee out there, so not expecting a lot. It's not bad at all. It's pleasantly bitter. It's got a decent flavor to it, but I can tell it's instant. You wouldn't be fooling anybody by handing them this and telling them otherwise. I do think, though, that I would like it better if I put just a little more sugar in it. Let's add this other pack. Since there's no creamer, let's just make it a little sweeter. Give that a try. Yeah, that makes it better. It just has an edge of instant coffee flavor to it, and it just needs a little something to knock that off. All right, let's get in here and try our chicken goulash. I mean, look at this. It is nothing but just a big thing of chicken. I don't see much else in there. There's something that looks like rice occasionally, but there's not enough in it for me to say, oh, there's rice in there. It's a very uncommon ingredient. I'm not sure if it's just some chicken that looks a little different or what, but anyway, let's get a bite of that. See what we got here. That's got a great flavor to it. Good consistency, good flavor. But I mean, it's stewed chicken is really all that it is. It looks to me like there's maybe some pureed carrots and onions in there. But other than that, it's just spices and chicken. Let's get this great big chunk of chicken. Look at this. Look how big it is. Down the hatch. There's not any weird canned flavor to it or anything unpleasant. That's really good stuff. I like that a lot. Of course, we also need to see how these crackers go with that goulash. Let's give that a try. That works pretty well. Unlike the Latvian MRE where the rye bread just didn't really work with the main, this kind of does. Let's drop that in there. Get a crunchy bite. I think I put it off as long as I can. I'm really not looking forward to trying this other drink. I mean, it looks like snot. It's gross. It's thick. It's clumpy. I don't think it's going to go down well. I don't even understand what this is or why it is what it is. You could say that maybe I needed to add more water to it, but this thing's really meant to be mixed up in that bag with as much water as you can put in the bag, and that was not a lot. So it's supposed to be this way. It smells okay. Man, it does not look like something I want in my mouth. All right, here we go. Bottoms up. No, not bottoms up. Cheers. That is like nothing I've ever had. And I can't say that it's like anything I ever want again. It has virtually no flavor to it. If it weren't for the aroma, you really wouldn't know that you were drinking something flavored. It has a consistency like the liquid in boiled okra. I guess if I needed the nutrients, it might work, but I don't even understand this. Try it again. Okay, that's done. The closest thing I can compare that to is partially solidified Jell-O. I mean, it's just it's almost like a gelatin, but not quite finished. It's weird. It's really weird. Let's get another bite of crackers and jelly. I like these crackers. Those are good. Almost picked up the wrong drink. That would have been bad. All right, let's give our chocolate a try. Definitely not going to miss out on this. That smells so good. Very rich, dark chocolate. Let's get in this. That's good chocolate. So I was having a conversation with a viewer who left a comment on the last video about the chocolate in foreign MREs being very good typically. My response to the comment was, I think people overseas still take chocolate seriously. In the United States, we take it for granted. It is everywhere. We've got it on every counter. We have all these cheap chocolates everywhere. And yeah, you can get good chocolate, but when you take chocolate like this and you put it in MREs, that tells me that you've got really good chocolate, because if you can put the really good stuff in military MRE packs, the stuff that you got on the shelf must be insanely good. Another viewer made a suggestion that I didn't even think about in the last video, but I'm definitely doing in this one. Let's do some mochaccino. That might be just what this coffee needs. Let's let that melt for a minute. And then let's try another great combo. How about some of the chocolate, some of the raisins? There we go. There's a treat. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. All right, let's give our Polish mocha a try. Yep, that works too. Look, when you've got this much chocolate in an MRE, you can experiment with lots of stuff. So far, this one's a winner. Remember to, if you're enjoying this content, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell to be made aware of all upcoming videos, and of course, feed the algorithm by leaving a comment. Tell me what you think about this MRE. Also, tell me if you're going to go over to MREhouse.com and check out their website and see what they've got. Their discount code is amazing. They've already got a bunch of sales going on the site anyway. Then you add that discount on there, you're going to get some cool stuff for just a little bit of money. Thanks again to the folks at MREhouse.com for helping out with this. This has been so much fun trying these imported MREs, and definitely hoping to do more in the future. All right, let's try this vitamin C candy. See what that's like. That's interesting. It's a hard shell outside with a chewy center. And of course, it's vitamin C flavored. Let's try our coffee candy. I bet that's gonna be good. Oh, wow. That's delicious. I'd like to have some more of that. And then one last thing, our little chiclet gum. In the last video I did, there was gum in the pack and I completely forgot about it. Ended up throwing it away because it sat out for a little while. I didn't even notice it was sitting there. So sorry about that. Not gonna miss it this time. Ooh, that is a potent flavor. That just gets right up your nose. All right, everybody, that is it for the Polish Combat Ration Menu W1 with chicken goulash. That was pretty amazing. I liked everything in there with the exception of that weird Jell-O drink thing. Not loving that at all. Highly recommend this one. If you guys want to see me do more content like this, please leave me a comment and let me know. We are getting back to the homemade MREs. We're going to do some more dehydrated rations. The studio right now is in a state of disarray because I'm finally finishing up getting ready to set up my freeze dryer. I had to do some work on this side of the studio over here to get it ready, but I'm finally getting to that point. So in the next few weeks, you're going to start seeing some freeze drying content as well. So right now, I need to go brush my teeth, get the goulash out, and until the next one, prepare for the world that you live in, not the one which existed. We'll see you around.